Good day and welcome to your favorite sport program on TV, Plus Sport. I'm sure a lot of viewers are already glued to the devices to see what we have for you today. I'm Mudashiru Shitu, and today promised to be an interesting moment on the show. And you know, for the show, a lot of people get comments to tell you that it is not just for information, it's also for entertainment, so that you know what's going on in the world of sport. Now, I'll be joining me to talk on this program is the interim president of Nigerian Boxing Federation, Azani Omagege. It's good to have you on the show, sir.
Yeah, how you doing? Good evening.
As, if you check the profile of Azani Omagege, he has done so well for boxing, both in the continent of Africa and Nigeria as a whole. So he stands presently as the interim president of Nigerian Boxing Federation. And that actually tells us where we are heading for on today's program. We go straight to Ghana, where the African Games is ongoing. We know the table tennis event has given us so much medals in the table tennis event. So in the next videos, we will be having the boxing event in Accra, Ghana. So Azani Omagege, please tell us what is the preparation like in the camp of the Nigerian boxers in preparation for the games coming up.
Yeah, thank you very much. Our boys and girls are getting ready. They're already in camp in Ibadan where they are training for the event. They're going to be, the boxing kicks off on the 14th of this month up to the 23rd. So they're all getting ready. We're going with 11 boxers, 4 males, and the rest are all females. But I will assure you they're going to do very well. And take my words, all of them are coming back with the medal, no matter how small.
What's the target like this time around? Because we know that Nigeria always have a medal when it comes to boxing at the African Games. We are one of the best when it comes to boxing in Africa. But tell us what the target is like. What's the situation like in the camp? Is there a target? What is expected from them?
Well, there's no target really, but all the time we've gone out to African festivals, we've already come up with nothing less than 7 medals. Like the one I followed them to Congo, we came with 7 medals. But if you look at the crop of boxers we have right now, included in this particular team itself, we already have 3 of the boxers that have qualified for the Olympics. They are on that team. We have, trust me, and this was a very, very well selected team. Thank kudos to the technical committee for this. They've done a very good job. I will assure you, if you want to go by targets with these present boxers we have, then just take it that we're coming back with 11 medals.
Interesting.
Because all of them will definitely win medals here from this one. But this is a very serious, a strong team that is going to Ghana. No place, my brother.
So yeah, interesting because Nigeria is still lacking behind. So we expect when the boxers get to Accra, our medal table will definitely increase. But what's it like? There's a plan we have Elizabeth Oshoba in the mix of it. But reports getting to us that Elizabeth is injured, and we also have Olaloye who has qualified for the Olympics in the mix right now. Tell us what will be the addition of Olaloye into the mix and the fact that we don't have Oshoba in the mix going to Accra.
Oshoba definitely is one of our champions, but besides Oshoba, we do have other champions there too. Elizabeth is very good. She's proven it already. She's a world champion as we speak. But we have Umbata, we have Cynthia, we have Ifeanyi in the superweight, heavyweight division. Listen, from every division we're going right now, they are very well selected. And I assure you, we're not going to be missing Elizabeth or any other person, but they are all champions when they're right now. They'll come back with that deserved gold medal.
Yeah. Still on boxing, and still looking at our focus for the African Games going on. We know obviously that we will probably have debutants in the mix of them. Like Olaloye has qualified for the Olympics this year. Tell us what categories are we expecting medals, or what influence is it going to be something better off than the last time all the way in Morocco? What's the new thing we should be expecting?
If you look at the list with all the weight categories, number 1, we'll take a start from Dolapo Omoloye. Dolapo is a very experienced boxer. He was in Cameroon. He won a medal there. So he's used to the international arena itself. You see, these are boxers going there. Well, they fought with all these African boxers they're going to meet, definitely. So they know their styles, their tactics, and everything. And with the coach we have, Coach Tony, is very, very good. He has trained his people. So they've studied. When we see the buys and draws, we will know how we're going to go about it. But I will assure you, these are fearless boxers who will do very well. We have Yakubu Ibrahim in the light middleweight division. He's extremely good. We have Adam Solare, 92K heavyweight division, is UK based. That one is a is a no-brainer. That's just a knockout specialist. He's proven himself for that already. We have Ifeanyi. Ifeanyi is a super heavy. He's a Commonwealth bronze medalist. Last time they went to the Commonwealth, so we're definitely going to perform when. Those are from the men. On the women's list, we have Zainab Adeshina, 50 kg, which is flyweight, and we do better a lot during with the lower weight divisions. But I will assure you, the ones who are going heavier, like Cynthia, don't even go cross her at all because she'll just knock you out. She's really extremely good, a good southpaw. Then you have Blessing Orekwe, who's 70 kg, she's fine. Then talk less of Patricia Umbata. Umbata has been proving herself everywhere as we speak. She's in Italy, trying to get herself qualified for the Olympics itself. So everything is going on well. And we have Jacinta. Jacinta, don't even go near her. That one is just a fighter and a big warrior. So we have a very, very good team going to Ghana. It's no play, my brother. We're going to do very well. I will assure you, we'll come back with all of them. I'm telling you right now, we'll come back with medals.
Yeah, which nation in Africa has always been our greatest competitor that will probably give us something unexpected in Africa, a stiff competition at the games? Which of the African nation are we looking at? Ghana? Which other nation is as good as Nigeria when it comes to boxing, based on the history and the precedents they've got in the All African Games?
Well, as we speak right now, there's no nation that is giving us problems. Just like your football. We're like the giants at one time, but now you have the likes of small countries like Burkina, coming during the World Cup. You saw they were doing well. You cannot just go there and just think that, this nation is a small nation or whatever. We used to have problems with the northern areas like Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, and the rest of them. But we've passed all that now because our boxers proved to be different. When we went to the qualifications in Senegal, for them to even qualify, for us to even qualify the three for the Olympics, we beat all these northern boxers too. And so don't look down on anyone. There's no strong nation right now. We just go. It depends on the buys and draws you're getting to and how you fight. But they're champions. Anybody that comes there, they are ready. So they're not going to be looking at this country. They are good in this. No. We've gone past that. If you don't come prepared, you get beat. That's it.
Interesting. Also, but what works for us? I think there's a lot of similarities. So to say, we don't have so much of competitions coming in boxing in the country, whether from the federation or for investors or private sectors. But when we get to the continent, we do so well. That seems like magic because grassroots development of the sport is one thing that has given us what has always been working for the federation or for the country that regardless to how less we have of the tournaments, but it's always working for us. What has been working for the country that we do so well in the African Games regardless to the low level of sports competitions in boxing?
Yeah, you have to understand that even if we don't have constant competitions, these boxers there.
Like you always know that the boxing tournament in African Games, it has to do with so much of Nigerians' effort to ensure that we win medals. So this on the 14th is where the boxing tournament in Accra will go on. And if you want to hear news about what's going on in Accra right now, it's the fact that the table tennis tournament started very, very early as usual. So tomorrow is definitely going to be the official opening ceremony of the All African Games. And it's also very close to the fact that Ghana is celebrating their independence. So all is going on well in Ghana as regards to celebration of sport, celebration of the nation that was known as Gold Coast in the past. So it's an interesting moment in Ghana. We've got a lot of people in Ghana to give us feedbacks of what is going on at the 13th edition of the African Games Ghana 2023. Yeah, it's Ghana 23. It was supposed to take place last year. Unfortunately, through administration and some reasons, the Ghana government was unable to declare it fit for last year. So that's why we are having the 13th African Games in Accra this year. And we also know that since last year, the last edition, it is no longer the All-African Games. The adjective that qualifies it has been taken away. Is now the African Games. Hope we can have Azani Omagege back with us. We'll be speaking with Azani Omagege, the interim president of Nigerian Boxing Federation, who is telling us at the camp right now that everything is in the right order to take us to the next level when it comes to boxing in the country. So we just lost him, perhaps technical issue from his side, and we are trying as much as possible to get Azani Omagege back to us to continue to give us more details in regards to the level of preparation that the Nigerian boxers are having for the games in Accra. Azani Agege, we still got to you, yeah? Okay. We have Azani Agege, a very important person. He also hold an office in the continent as regards to the boxing continent governing body. So yeah, that's all as regards to preparation of the boxers. He has mentioned the names of the boxers. Unfortunately, the world champion Elizabeth Oshoba, due to injury, will not be there, but we know that we have Oyekweri that will be there in Ghana. And not apart from Oyekweri, we have Olawe. Olawe won the 20 in Birmingham Commonwealth Games bronze medalist. We also have Ifeanyi Oyekweri, who is is also a bronze medalist at the Commonwealth Games. So it's interesting that we found somebody who has gotten a very, very good experience, Adam Olaloye, who has already booked his place at the Paris 2024 Olympics. So Nigeria is ready to do so well when it comes to the African Games boxing event. So these lads have done so well for us, and Oyekweri also definitely, who said his target is to win gold medal and it is his dream to be there. So all is well. I mean, all is well for the boxing event. And we also asked whether now that we have Azani Omagege back with us. It's good to have you back, Azani Omagege.
Yeah, thank you. Just little network issues, yes.
Okay. Thank you, as expected. So tell us, you are saying concerning how we do so well regardless to the low level of competition in boxing in the country.
Yeah, I was telling you that, well, even if we're not having constant competitions, the boxers are always training. So they're always fit at any time, getting ready to box at any time they are called upon. So they're not just sitting at home idle, not at all.
So what support has the Federation, you are the interim president, what support has the Federation given? As expected, I know there have been support, welfare, everything right, but we just want the Nigerians to know, and those watching us across almost 48 countries in Africa, because we're on DSTV channel 408, and that means that almost 48 countries are watching us right now. So tell us what has been the support the Federation has been giving to the boxers while they're in camp.
On our own, we're doing our best. You have to understand that anytime it comes to games like the Commonwealth Games, All African Games, and the rest, it's all handled by the NOC. They're the ones in charge of all the competitions then. So that's why the Federation doesn't really do much besides guiding the boxers and just making sure they are okay fitness-wise and the rest of them. And so there's no like money allocated like that to say that, oh, this is for their training or whatever. The NOC takes care of all that. And so far, so good. They are fine. They're in camp. There will be no complaints at all. And they're doing very well to the best of my knowledge. And they are there with the coaches who are doing extremely well, with also the technical chairman, who is Mr. Femi. They are doing extremely well. I spoke to Femi this morning, and he told me all was well in camp.
So yeah, you mentioned Tony. Tony, tell us what in that department, from the coaching department, what we have that will be going with them to
Yeah, Coach Tony is the national coach. He's the national coach. He's the one in charge of them in the camp right now.
And I know
He's the one who will be taking them.
And I know that you'll be leading the federation to Accra to give them the support. Tell us a bit about this.
Yeah, I'll be leaving towards maybe sometime next week. I'll go there to at least do my part to cheer them up and make sure they have people around there to know that we are supporting them, we're behind them 100%. It's just to at least go there so they see us to know that we're there with them. So that they don't be that they're just there by themselves, but they know that. Right? The good thing about all African games is that anytime we're having events like this, boxing, the other sporting athletes always come back there to cheer them up too. So
okay.
it will be a full house. Yeah.
And that's a very good support. So if, for example, so that in the layman's way, if table tennis that is about to round up, some of them not doing game at that day boxing will be having, they'll be coming together to come and share the boxers together to prove the Nigerian support and all that. Is that what you mean?
That's exactly what I mean. That has always been the religion. Like when I followed the team to Congo 2017, the house was full with other athletes of different sports, all Nigerians. The NOC president was there, President Umel, everybody just supporting boxing. You have to understand, boxing always brings medals for Nigeria, so they have full support from government.
Okay. And a bit, before we go to the next topic, a bit about the Olympics. We know that Nigeria will be at the Olympics. We know that Olaloye has qualified. Tell us a bit about our preparation for the Paris 2020 Olympics in boxing.
Well, that's what you're seeing now. This is exactly one more program for them to prepare for the Olympics. They are all, even as we speak, some of them are in Italy trying to qualify more boxers for. But there's other qualification in Italy right now taking place. Then there'll be one more again to see if we could qualify more than 3. But at the same time, too, they are all preparing. Like you see, the trip for Ghana right now, we'll have about 1 or 2 who are already qualified for Olympics going to the All African Games too to prove themselves. So they are definitely working hard, they're in shape, and they're preparing themselves for that, which I know will come out well, but they'll do very well.
Okay, rightly said. So we'll be changing our topic, going away from the African game in boxing, but still on boxing. But tomorrow is a very big day in the world of boxing because we have our own Anthony Joshua fighting for a Nigerian, British Nigerian, as the way it's called it. There's been so much argument about whether it's a Nigerian or a British, but that's not the point of discussion. Now, we also have a Cameroonian who is not a British Cameroonian, he's a Cameroonian. His name is Francis Ngannou. Tell us, what do you think we should be expecting between our own Anthony Joshua, and we can also our own as the African brother, Francis Ngannou. We saw what we did against Tyson Fury, though he lost out in a split decision, but nobody will forget how he got Tyson to the canvas. So tell us your own perspective about tomorrow's fight.
Yeah, well, I'm happy you said that. These are 2 African brothers. They are all ours. Joshua is ours, Ngannou is ours. Okay, good full-blooded African. Well, in my opinion, no sentiment here. You see, boxing is boxing. Ngannou comes from the MMA angle of his career. Joshua has been there for a long time. He has the techniques. He's been trained as a good professional boxer. Ngannou is only coming there trying to rely on his power. If you ask me, I don't think Ngannou is a very good boxer, just my opinion. Just for the fact that he dropped Tyson Fury. Yes, he did drop him with a punch, and he could do the same thing to Joshua too. But at the same time, too, Joshua can also hit him hard and also drop him. Ngannou is relying on his punches, his heavy punching power. But when it comes to tactics and techniques, Joshua will win anytime, any day. And if you ask me to predict the fight, I will tell you Joshua will win the fight. I don't know if it's going to be a knockout or not, but he's definitely going to win the fight. So I'm going with Joshua.
Okay.
No sentiment here. Yes.
But Ngannou has been training. The former world heavyweight champion, Mike Tyson, was his trainer in the fight against Tyson Fury. He has also we've seen some videos and some scenes that shows that he probably have technicalities, tools, and tactics apart from his heavy punch. Don't you expect that there might be a surprise in tomorrow's game, regardless to whether you support Anthony Joshua or not?
With all due respect, and no disrespect to Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson, yes, was a world champion at one time. But you see, in boxing, right, you have a boxing and you have a fighter. Mike Tyson, in my opinion, was a fighter. He just goes there and relies on his power to knock out people. When Tyson met boxers, the likes of Evander Holyfield, he couldn't match up. You saw Evander beat him like a baby.
Yes.
That's why he had no choice than to bite his ears. If Tyson is the one training Ngannou, they're only training based on fighting. That's not skills. Tony Joshua is a proper boxer. He's not a fighter. He has all the techniques and everything. It's not just going to be going there to like rough him up, punch him. No, that's not boxing. Boxing comes with skills and techniques. But Joshua is a boxer. Ngannou is a fighter. In his MMA, his own is to go there, kill people, do this, beat you up. That's all he has, in my opinion. I'm just telling you that. So he's going there relying on his punching power. But if he goes there to box, Anthony Joshua will beat him clear. Just my opinion.
Yeah, your opinion counts because you've been in the cycle of boxing for many years. I don't know what else you do apart from a sport and a boxing administrator. So what does it tell us? What does this mean to Nigerians watching tomorrow's fight? Because, Anthony Joshua have been to Nigeria several times after his fight and, in between his fight. Now, let's look at it. There's going to be a unification bout. I don't know how true whether that will happen. But in the other side of the bout, where the unification falls, is going to be between Usyk and Tyson Fury. Do you think that unification bout will ever take place? Because there have been several times there have been shift of unification bouts. And what is going on right now, that whoever wins tomorrow's bout between Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou will probably be ready to face the fight between Usyk and Tyson Fury. What's your own opinion? A very respected opinion about that unification bout?
My brother, I just have to tell you the truth. You see, boxing is politics. When you get to this level of boxing, when it comes to world championships in the heavyweight division and the rest, it's all about money. Who's going to bring the biggest draw? You understand? So it's politics. I don't know about that fight will happen. It'll be a good one for Usyk and Tyson Fury to come and definitely fight. But if the money is right, I'm sure they will do it. Don't be surprised to see, let's say, for example, now, Ngannou comes up with a surprise win over Joshua. They might just come again and say, okay, now, Ngannou now fights with Usyk. What do you now do? You see, it's all about the money. They are following the money. It's all politics. So I can't come with an assurance that, this is going to happen, this fight will take place. No, it's all politics right now. And they're just following the money. Who has the biggest draw? And don't forget, there are two promoters here. Bob Warren is there. Frank Warren is there. You have Eddie Hearn on the other side. They have to really come together and plan to see what's going on. If you ask me, look at our boxer now, Efe Ajagba.
Yes.
He's right to take on Joshua or any of the top 5 heavyweights. Ajagba is ranked number 7. But what's going on? They've not given him any championship fight to that extent right now. And I can assure you, Ajagba will prove himself with any of these people.
Yeah,
I would love to see an Ajagba or Ngannou, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and there's a talk in the past, that reminds me, there's a talk, and a lot of Nigerians know this, there's a talk in the past between if there's possibility of Ajagba and Anthony Joshua. I think that will be a split division, the minds of Nigerians. If that ever happens, because it's about...
I would love to see that fight. I would love to see that fight happen, yes. I would love to see that fight. Ajagba has proven himself. He's going to be fighting again, I think, in about a week from now. And if he wins that fight, so there's no way he won't be considered to fight any of these top 5 opponents in the WBC rankings. Because he himself, if he wins his fight right now, he's going to climb up to number 6 or number 5 in the WBC heavyweight. So at that time, the contender to at least fight any of these people.
So what happens to you or to Nigerians if Ajagba fight Anthony Joshua? I don't know. It's going to be. Do you think it's going to be a divided country at that moment in time, where we have Efe Ajagba that we know very, very well, that has done so well? We also know Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is from the part of this country, from both I think the mother and the father side, Southwest. We also know Ajagba. If everybody knows him very well, we know how he started, and also where will you stand if that fight comes to the light of the day?
Very good question. very good one. It's a tough answer for me. I'm very, very close to Ife Ajagba, so I have this friendliness and everything with him. But Ajagba is a very good boxer and he's a very hard hitter. If you ask me, if Ajagba catches AJ and drops him, it will be hard for AJ to stand up. But if it comes to the boxing part of it and the technicalities, I think AJ has more than Ajagba. So if the fight goes the distance to maybe like 7 rounds and above, I will give it to AJ. But if it's between 1 and round 5, 6, 7, Ajagba might stop him. So that's just my prediction.
Yeah, that's a very good. You actually stayed on the fence on that. I was expecting an outright talk, just the way you said Anthony Joshua was going to defeat Francis Ngannou, but this time around, you actually showed your expertise on administration. So, but I'm going to ask you that again. You did not say directly who is going to win. You gave reasons for any of them winning, but which do you think would have preferred to have taken the day? Perhaps will Ajagba win, give us the federation more point of view because he actually started from the federation, everything from Nigeria down there, or do you think Anthony Joshua's win will do more to the federation or to Nigeria?
Well, they're both our boxers. Joshua never turned his back on Nigeria.
Never.
Anthony Joshua actually came here at one time during the qualifications of the Olympics, but he came late. At that time, we were already going through trials. If not, Joshua would have been coming out of Nigeria fighting. That was during his Olympic time. So they are both our boxers. Any one of them, we give them credence to the Boxing Federation and we'll be behind them at all, no matter what happens. They are both ours.
Okay, well said. Now let's go to tomorrow's match. Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou. Nigerians will be supporting Anthony Joshua, and obviously Cameroonians will be going for Francis Ngannou. And that's making Africans. And let's start taking from the football angle. Since the last Nations Cup, we saw Nigeria defeating Cameroon, and the women's qualifiers to the Olympics. We saw Nigeria defeat one of the games. We saw Nigeria defeating Cameroon, and now it's going to be another Nigerian-Cameroon now. When it comes to money, I think both of them will have a good fight. There's a report that Anthony Joshua is taking almost some billions of naira in that fight, and also Francis Ngannou. Tell us, do you think this really counts, or it's just about the money in both whether Anthony Joshua's effort to come back to Rekoni, or it's just about the money, and at the end of the day, it might just be Anthony Joshua taking today regardless to what is the outcome of the bout?
Well, fair enough. You made a statement just about Joshua coming back to Rekoni. He has always been there. He's not down, out. Just losing one fight doesn't mean he's out. So he's been the Rekoni right from time. It's going to be a very big payday for them. Joshua is going to be going home with about $50 million, and Ngannou is going to with about 20 or so, because Joshua is a draw. That's what I'm telling you about boxing. It's all about politics. Joshua is a draw. Everybody wants to see Joshua. They are going to see Ngannou for sure. So they are going to work. Both of them are working out happy. Well, the beef is still there with Nigeria and Cameroon. So no matter what happens, everybody's going to be siding their own. I'm with Joshua for this one. The Cameroonians are with theirs. So they would want like a payback where they want their person to win, and they come out and say that, oh yeah, Cameroon beat you, whatever. But to me, it's just how it is. We've always been like that with Cameroon right from time. We don't agree with when it comes to football, there's bad blood there, So to me, we're still all Africans. Whoever wins, let them win. But I'm sticking with Joshua for this one, and then let Cameroon continue selling their pepper.
Yeah, lastly lastly before I let you go, speaking with the interim president of Nigerian Boxing Federation, Azani Omar Agege. Riyadh in Saudi Arabia has now become the home of boxing. We've seen many fights there, and they're trying as much as possible to take the shine off some other venues, perhaps in America, in Las Vegas, or as the case may be. What benefits do you think this will mean to the Saudi Arabia government? Because we know the fight between Joshua and Andy Ruiz was there, and I think that's also where they fought against Joshua also, and Usyk was also there. We've seen other high-top fight, and let's don't forget this is not the only fight for tomorrow. But can you tell us the benefit of staging a high-top world boxing champion in Saudi Arabia for that sport?
It's very huge for their sports. If you notice, it's not just boxing, also football. There are a lot of footballers now going on, Ronaldo, they're all playing there now. So it's just a very good way to enhance their sports. It's very big. It's good for the economy, for the tourism and everything. So I give kudos to them. I'm actually very happy that the Arab world is actually leaning towards that. And it's big time paying money for the boxers too. So it's encouraging, and I support that, It's very good. Like me now, though I'm with the Nigerian Boxing Federation right now, boxing is actually going in different directions right now. Celebrity boxing is the in thing right now going on. And I'll be coming up with which I'll be discussing with you later, that I'll be going to celebrity boxing soon to make boxing very well looked into and encouraged, and see how our boxing can grow too in Nigeria too. So that's my next agenda to have been discussing with you sometime again. Celebrity boxing.
Thank you for
right now.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, because exclusively the NBF, Nigerian Boxing Federation, for those of you watching, be ready for more celebrity boxing. The interim president of Nigerian Boxing Federation just said that on our show, that there'll be more celebrity boxing. And if I will ask you, any celebrity in mind, or you're still keeping that and see when the time comes? Oh, okay. Yes, very good sport administrator, Omar Gege. He has given us an exclusive that we'll be getting more celebrity boxing from the Nigerian Boxing Federation, like himself also, so that it will open more doors for boxers who wants to go into boxing. And hope when you get to Accra, we'll get to talk to you as regards to what's going on in Accra when the boxing event starts.
Definitely, I'll keep you updated. Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Azani Omar Gege. Thank you for your time.
And thank you very much for having me. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Yeah, we're speaking with a nobleman, a man that's done so much for boxing in Nigeria. That's talking about Azani Omar Gege, the interim president of Nigerian Boxing Federation. And you got it right. Yeah, first, that we'll be getting more celebrity boxing matches, exhibition, and bouts from Nigerian Boxing Federation, courtesy of the interim president of Nigerian Boxing Federation. So, yes, these are all I'm going to take on today's program. But I will not let you go without giving you the highlight of the press conference between Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou, where these two boxers in the press conference, like you're seeing on the screen right now, we had many of the boxers so also talking about Tyson Fury was there, a lot of the boxers were there, and tomorrow is not just going to be between Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou. There are many top-notch boxing events, but this is just the highlight of tomorrow. So everybody is going to be like a fight of the fight. We all remembered when Francis Ngannou took on Tyson Fury, where he brought him down, and there's so much content on whether who won or who did not win. Though the officiating referee said split decision, but Tyson Fury took the day. So let's see what will happen tomorrow, whether there's going to be any controversial point or result at the end of the day. After the match between the bouts between Tyson Fury and Ngannou, there's so much on the social media about, though it's this, is that. We hope that tomorrow should come in clean. Tomorrow should come in a more better result. And tomorrow should be more of Anthony Joshua winning for Francis Ngannou. And that's according to the president of Nigerian. And a lot of Nigerians also expect that Anthony Joshua should win the day. I'll be leaving you with the press conference of the highlight of Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou. And don't forget, same time tomorrow, 5 p.m., we'll be giving you all what you need to know in the world of sports. So stay tuned tomorrow, 5 p.m., where you'll be getting the world of sports. So And do enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Mudashiru Shitu. Thanks for watching.